YouTube, what is going on? We are back for the FA Cup. We're back for the FA Cup matchup between Manchester United and Liverpool. Oh, yes, it's here. It's here. Old Trafford, Old Toilet. We're definitely gonna kill him. We're gonna kill him. I just got a feeling we're gonna kill him. You know why? Because this time they have to come out. You can't just sit in your box. You need to attack us. You can't just park the bus. You can't just stick everyone in front of the ball. You can't just not attack us. You have to come out. You know what come out means? When you push players further down the pitch. You know also come out means when your strikers have to try and run beyond our defenders. You know what else it means? It means when your midfielders have to get on the ball and try and find those attackers in behind our defenders. You know that thing called you need to attack. You're at home. You can't just sit back like a pile of SHI. You can't. And the rest of it, you can't. You need to attack us. I'm sorry. And Manchester United, you're at home. You need to come and attack us. And this is why I feel like it's going to fall into our arms. I feel like we're going to beat them. They've got more chance of taking a point of us or getting a draw in the return game in the Premier League. And actually, I think they'd much rather take something from us in the Premier League game than I think they would take than what I think they would prefer to take anything off us in this FA Cup match. Obviously, most probably, we're going to get City in the final. Hopefully, City meet Chelsea, we meet Coventry. That'd be awesome. I'd like that. Because maybe, just maybe, Chelsea, might, cause a little bit of a problem for Manchester City. But that would be juicy. I don't know. I don't know if the draws happened yet. I'm not sure. No idea. But whatever it is, we're up for it. The way we played City at Anfield, yes, it'll be at Wembley, but we are all for those big moments. So but listen, we're gonna get into the starting. This is the preview. Welcome. We're gonna get into the starting 11. First of all, I'm gonna do what I think Klopp's first 11 is gonna be. Then I'm gonna mix and match it, change it up, and I'm gonna put it into my what 11 I think. What I would put out, or maybe what I think Klopp might do, kind of, mixing and merging the two. That's usually how it goes here in a preview. Anybody that subbed recently from last week, I fully appreciate it. That's awesome. Sometimes I feel like, towards the end, when there's a lot to talk about, the energy kind of dies down, and it's like, but love to those of you that are still listening. And I'll be honest with you, I watch a lot of these, chat shows and YouTube and podcasts, and I'm kind of a guy, and I don't know if you lot are or whoever's listening. I don't know if you're this type of guy. I like to do things while I listen to it. So whether I'm driving or I'm like in a bath, just relaxing, my eyes closed, nice hot bubble bath, candles or whatever, and that's kind of when I listen. Like, I don't want to sit there staring at everybody's. I kind of listen. I just kind of listen to these things. So I feel like I wanted to do something where you ain't got to see my ugly mug, and you just you're gonna watch from time to time, maybe see what I'm doing on the tactics board, see the players, but you can kind of do your own thing, whether you're gaming and listening to it in the background, or you're driving, or you're just sitting on the bus with your earpods in, or whatever it is you might do. So yeah, that's kind of what it's for. But listen, again, appreciate anybody that is subscribed and wants to hear more. Currently, I only do the big games until I kind of get more comments and more people or more likes, whatever it might be, whatever you want to do. If you've enjoyed it, or if you liked what you've heard, or you want to say something, don't be scared, don't be afraid. I'm always checking the empty comments. But listen, I'm here to discuss stuff. If anybody wants to come on and do like a little podcast, maybe we can arrange it and whatnot. But listen, without further ado, let's get involved. Let's do this. I'm excited. It's tomorrow. This is late. I wanted to do this like 2 days ago, but just been so busy. But yeah, let's rock this one out. So where are we? First and foremost, I also did a predicted score and a predicted man of the match. I'll do that at the end. Okay, so let's go. All right, so Klopp starting 11. This is what I think Klopp is going to do. I'm going to go with Kelvin Keller. Obviously, Alisson has been out. There's no talk about when he's coming back. For all I care, You can stay until the rest of the season. I don't care because Kelleher is doing the business. Kelleher has been fantastic. And you know what? I said from day dot, Kelleher is way better on the ball, playing out from the back with his feet. He's superb. The guy does not look shaky. He looks like Van Dijk in goal, literally. minus the hair tie back and the height and maybe complexion. You know what I'm saying? He's that comfortable. Like, dude could play like in a DM role. I don't know, but no, jokes aside, he's been fantastic. In a way, I don't really want to see. I love Alisson. Don't get me wrong. I love him to bits, but in a way, Alisson's gonna be rusty. He's gonna be behind. I'm wondering if and when he does get fit, will Klopp just drop him, put him straight back in? I don't think he should. I think he should continue now because the back four are blending with Kelleher nicely. There's Kelleher's play. Kelleher's stepped up big games. He's making big saves. I don't think Klopp should change him. Honestly, I think it should be Kelleher until maybe there's a real reason why Alisson returns. At least get Alisson into training regularly and up to speed. Maybe Alisson gets the FA Cup game. Maybe if it's against Coventry, maybe Alisson gets that. I don't know. Or maybe Europa games, Alisson, maybe they swap. I don't know. What do you think? Am I talking rubbish? Should Alisson get the spot back? Shouldn't he? Come on. Let me hear what you think. Let me hear. Next up, we have, obviously, Gomez, which is interesting. VVD, Kwanzaa, Conor Bradley, McAllister, Endo, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Nunez, and Salah. Right, so let's just roll back a little bit all the way to Gomez. Now, Gomez has been solid at left back, and I like this because he's been worthy of his position. 100%. He's been worthy of his position. And I was saying to myself a few games ago, I hope when Robertson comes back, Klopp just don't go, here, Robinson, have your spot back. Because I don't think that should be the case. I think, excuse the police sirens. I think Gomez has been worthy of holding that left back spot. He's been excellent there. He's played in practically every position this season, all across the back four. You might as well say he's played in DM. He just needs to play up front somewhere. And Gomez is the new James Milner, but better. He's better than James Milner. But he's been phenomenal, and I'm happy Klopp is using him. Still using him in the left position, and he's what is nice is actually interesting is actually Klopp is using Robertson as more energy in the latter half of the game, which is fantastic. I think Robertson works perfectly there. Hopefully we get Nori. I know Wolves went out earlier on, but did you see? Was it 2 assists, 1 goal and an assist, or was it? Yeah, it was. I'm sure he scored. He scored the first goal and got the assist for the second. Nori is class, and if you don't want Nori, remember this. Robinson from Fulham, left back Robinson. I would love him or Nori at left back for next season. Yeah, not sure what happens to Tsimikas. Not sure about Robertson. I'm not sure. I'm not honestly not sure. I think maybe one of those gets moved on. I personally, I think Tsimikas should get moved on, only because I don't think he's up to level. He hasn't really moved forward or progressed in his ability, upping his levels. That is because Robertson plays most of the games. However, Robertson is at this level. He's been at the level. He knows what it takes. He's still very energetic. What I will say is I reckon the new manager may like someone who's a bit more technical on that left side, and I think a Nori or a Robinson, I think technically they're better than I think they're better than Robertson. I do. I think Robertson has the burst and has a great ball on occasions, but I think as he gets older, he's getting less speedy, and he's So that could be a position I'll be like, meh. I feel like we could rebuild, and maybe even Robertson, takes second fiddle, and someone comes in and replaces him first choice. It would be perfect time to do it. It would be new manager under new spell. Trent, I think he's still nailed on it right back. Maybe the new manager moves into centre midfield. He probably should really play in the middle somewhere now. We've got Conor Bradley, and then maybe deputise on occasions at right back if Conor Bradley's not fit, but then we have Joe Gomez who can also do that. But maybe he'll want to move on because he probably wants to be, a starter in this side. He's been a backup man or a squad player for so many years. He's probably thinking, when am I going to get my choice in a position just to hold it down and make it mine? Who knows? So maybe he'll be like, I've done it all here. Let me try, and I just want to play out. I want to play as part of a first team. But the question is, do you want to play as part of a first team, or do you want to play for, be part of the best team, or one of the best teams in the world, arguably, or Europe, whatever you want to say. So I mean, if you want first team football regularly, week in, week out, then you probably have to drop down a level, because it's not like that with the bigger teams, unless you're arguably one of the best players in the world for your side, a la Rodri, De Bruyne, or Salah, or McAllister, Alisson. There, you're going to play every game because you are the best player, one of the best players in your position for that amount of time. Excuse me. So so it's very interesting with Gomez, but I'm happy to see that he's he started against City, which was massive. Robertson coming on. Van Dijk, I think he'll be back. Got a little bit of game time midweek in that fantastic win at Anfield. Kwanzaa, I think Kwanzaa will be back in. He also played, didn't he? Did he play? He did play. I think these two will partner. I don't think Konate, it should be risked just yet. I'm not sure he's quite ready. I think we should keep him for our following game. After just let him have this one off, or have him on the bench. Then there's the break. He's got 2 more weeks. Does he go away with France? Probably not, because he's nursing an injury. So he's probably not in the French squad. I don't know. He might well be. He might just go with them but not be used. I don't know, or just train with them. I don't know. Don't know what the plans are for him. Conor Bradley is what it is. I definitely think he's a perfect guy for a derby. Manchester United. Would it be his first game? I think it will be. Boom, boom, boom. Guy, he's gonna be ready. Conor Bradley's gonna be on fire in this game. Conor Bradley's gonna be ready. Actually, did he play in the 0-0? I don't think he did. I don't think he did play in the 0-0, did he? At Anfield, or was it 1-1? I think it was 1-1, wasn't it? Or 0-0? I don't know. Can't remember. But yeah, he's Conor Bradley. Yeah, we need that fire, that Scouse fire. Wait, hold on. Conor Bradley is Scouse. Is he Scouse? Shame. I should know that, really. Or did we sign him? Who's the one we signed? We signed one from Celtic or Rangers. Maybe it was Conor Bradley. I need to double check that when I finish the stream. Actually, Endo, my guy, big boy baller, just coming through, showing up. 1-2 touch. Oh, Endo. Love this guy, loving him more. Just keeps it so simple. Boom, 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 left, right. And even the greatest thing about him now is he's finding those balls in, like, there's balls through the middle into Nunez, out to Salah, out to Diaz. He's looking that forward pass into McAllister, into Szoboszlai, whoever's there, whoever's the other midfielders. He's just shutting down spaces. He just dealt with Rodri in the Man City game at Anfield. Dealt with him. Do you know what I mean? Just listen, all about Endo. Bargain of the season. But I said, and I reiterate this in all of my videos past when I talk about Endo. Go back and look at the video where I speak about Endo. Nobody knew about him, and I said this guy is a baller. He's a baller. I was well happy when we was linked with him. I knew what he did. I knew what he was about. And listen, it is fantastic. What can I say? So hopefully he's definitely playing. Midfield. Klopp, I think Klopp's going to go with Szoboszlai again with McAllister. Excuse me. I think it's a no-brainer, especially Mac. He may swap out. He may swap out Szoboszlai and start Harvey. You know, Harvey's all about a derby. You know, he's got that steel, he's got that fire, that youth in him. He knows what it means to be a part of this match. Yeah, but then also Harvey has been fantastic coming on. He's played 9-10 games in a row. He's got bundles of energy. Only 21 years old, is he, or 20? Is he 20 or 21? I don't know. It was one of those. Not even allowed to drink in America yet. Not even at legal age of drinking. But yeah, I Szoboszlai, he started strong for us, Szoboszlai, but he's dipped off. We was calling him the Hungarian Gerrard, or I wasn't, but I did adopt that kind of I did adopt that name. I'm not gonna lie, on him, for him. I'm watching these football streams. They push his stuff into me, and I start saying it. It's not good. It's not good. Stop it, Kopish. Stop it. Stop it. I blame them. Absolutely blame them. But yeah, so he's gone off the boil. For Hungary, he's a different type of player. Maybe when a new manager comes in, we see a different type of Szoboszlai. But he's just about hanging in there and doing enough for my liking. But yeah, more goals, more. I want to see those bursting runs forward and the cracking shot. Like, I want to see that Gerrard-esque kind of play from midfield, like burst forward, 1 touch, 2 touch into space, smack, and it's just like top corner. I know he has that in him. He needs to show a lot more of it, you know. Even McAllister's doing that from time to time. But listen, need I say anything about McAllister? You know, he's just in that eight position. He's just taking liberties, absolutely taking liberties. Like the way he moves with the ball, the way he holds onto it, the way he turns players, reminds me a bit like Junior Ronaldo. I've said this before in some of my videos. Superb player. He's in fantastic form. He's going to be ready. He knows what it's about. Yeah. Bring it home for us, Mac. Bring it home for us. Diaz fully rested from midweek. He's ready to go again. This guy, he's gonna have energy for days in this game. He's gonna be so up for it, you know, especially not getting on the pitch midweek. He's gonna be hungry. He's gonna be ready. He's been around. He knows what derbies are about. He's been in the big ones. He knows what it means. I think he's in great form. I think he's looking like the old Diaz. I personally don't think he was far off from that, and I was kind of upset when a lot of people was criticising him, and there was talks about him being sold, this, that, and the other. I don't think he needs to be an absolute world-class player. He just needs to be a little bit more composed with his opportunities, and then, you know, just put them away. I think he's quite a messy player, but he's quite unorthodox. So he's not predictable. I think Diaz is very unpredictable. But yeah, you know, brush up on the finishing, and then he would be quite serious. He'd be a pretty serious player. Nunez, see, I think Klopp is going to start Nunez because obviously Nunez got a half, in midweek. So just to keep him, you know, oiled up, I think that was 4. He got a goal. Did he get a goal or 2? Can't remember. I think he got a goal. So I think he starts as well. I think that's good because it will keep Man United thinking. Like I said at the end of the stream, I do believe United have to come out this time. They can't just park the bus. That allows, you know, the Salah, Diaz, you know, in behind. Also it gives us, you know, some heading ability. Diaz, all of them can header. Salah can header, Diaz can header, Nunez can header. Diaz and Nunez especially decent, really fairly decent headers of the ball. And lastly, obviously Salah. I think if Wan-Bissaka's back and Dalot moves to left back, or it's Lindelof, whoever, like Salah's cooking. Salah's back, man. He's ready to cook. He's hot. He's hungry, man. And he always cooks against Man. I think it's only like once or twice they've shut him out. I think there was that Malacius kid that shut him out once, and then who was the other one? Their left back. What was his name? The one he's out injured at the moment. The white dude, white guy. England left back, can't remember now. Shaw shut him out once as well. It might have been over a couple of times, but generally Salah cooks United. He loves an Old Trafford, a game at Old Trafford or Man United at Anfield. So he'll be very, very much up for it for sure. So that's pretty much the team I think Klopp's going to go with. Now, would I make any changes? Potentially, I think I might just. And the changes I would make is probably nothing to do with the back four goalkeeper or even in midfield. I think my change would actually just be centrally with Nunez, which moves me on to the substitutes. Bear with me. So Klopp's, let's get rid of the preview. Where are we? Let's get rid of that one, then we can add in our no, not that one. We don't want that one. Club subs. We want the injury list and also our Angry Birds. Our little Angry Birds that didn't quite make the squad. Kelman, Kelleher, okay, cool. Gomez, right, we got those down. Club subs now. Bobby Clark, Robertson, Curtis Jones, Cody GakPOW, Konate, Adrian, Elliott, Tsimikas, and McConnell. They're the chubs. There ain't no chubs on that bench, that's for sure. They're the subs that I believe Klopp probably going to go with. Then also we have injury list. Alisson, Thiago, guys, this injury list is painful. Gravenberch, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Doak, and Bajcetic. Very, very, like, imagine, and I say this in my other videos, imagine when lots of these guys are fit, it's going to be insane. Look, who's going to miss out? Gravenberch is in the squad, when Alisson's back, you need Kelleher on the bench for sure, so Adrian is see ya, when I want to be ya. Trent comes in, it's got probably the use, like McConnell, definitely the other one, McConnell probably drops out. Bobby Clark probably is the only young one who I think at the moment is probably decent enough to really be on the edge. But I don't think any of them are actually first team players or are really knocking on the door. The only one was Bajcetic, and that was, we saw him play quite a while ago now. But he's the only one that I think is you put him on the team and he looks mad comfortable. McConnell and Conor Bradley are decent, but I don't think they're great. Personally, I don't think they're great. But there's been a lot of hype and a lot of talk about them. I think they've done very, very, very well. But when I say, you know what, could I? Are you going to be like when I see our full strength midfield? Can Conor Bradley come on at halftime for one of those players and hold it down and run things and, like, you know, just make it look like it's normal where there's no drop off? I don't think. Would I want to bring on Conor Bradley? No, sorry, Conor Bradley. Would I want to bring on McConnell for take off Jones and bring on McConnell? No. Would I want to bring off Jones and bring on Bobby Clark? Probably not, because there's a drop off, and I know they're young and they are going to improve, but until that happens, I don't think they are first team level. Personally, I think they've done very well around the first team and been part of it in what you could say, you know, comfortable games. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's injury list, and it's, oh my god, guys, you need to come back. So the Angry Birds, we got Dan's Beck. No, I think Beck's gone out on loan actually, so let's just squash him. Nala, Inyoni, Gordon, no, that's Gordon Kumas. Yeah, Gordon Kumas. Don't think any of these are going to be on the bench because spaces are pretty much taken. I'd say if Konate wasn't fit, I don't even know if he is fit. I'm just assuming that, you know, he's kind of okay by now. Klopp didn't mention him and whatnot since he said since he mentioned what the problem was with him and why he missed City. It would have been this guy here. young 16-year-old. I think it's 16 or 17. And Amaro Nalo, that's his name. It will be him probably filling on the bench if there wasn't anything. Musolowski probably could get on there as well. I haven't got a card for him. Obviously there's Danz, and then there's Kumas. And then Yoni, who's also young. Cade Gordon, it's kind of featured a lot. It's been been out injured, hasn't he? But yeah, these are just the little folk that are on the peripheral of kind of hanging around and breaking into that 11. That, you know, well, not 11, but you know, that squad, the first team squad, they're on the peripheral of it all, and you know, in and out of the side, and when called on, you know, they're there to provide the service. But yeah, so let's talk about what else. The change I was going to make. I think it would definitely be this one, and the reason why I'd say this is because I think we will pin United back for a little while. I think they would start. It will go either one of ways. They one of two ways. They will either come out and like roar us, right, and we might be under the cosh a little bit, and then once we get our foothold in the game, we will start to push them back, and they'll be pinned back. And I think, like I said in I think it was the City preview, I said that I would have rathered GakPOW start, because I felt like at home we could have pinned City. We were going to have a lot of possession, and we was correct. We out-possessioned them, and we had them on the ropes. For, in my opinion, everyone says that City had 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the first half. I disagree. I think they had 15 minutes. But within the 15 to 20 mark and the 20 minute to 25 mark, they had a few opportunities here and there, which kind of, it makes it look like they had 25 minutes worth of possession, but actually they didn't actually have possession in those last kind of 10-15 minutes of the half. So yeah, I actually think City had a solid 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most, and I don't even think that, but at most 20 minutes. But I really think, for me, they had 15 minutes of solid possession throughout the whole game. We clapped them. I'm so pissed off that we didn't win that game. So pissed off. But listen, I feel like my idea was, you know, squash them, squeeze them, press them back, push them back. You know, just you know, stick him in the corner and do whatever you want to do with him. But GakPOW, I feel like GakPOW should have been in and around, you know, that edge of the D when we was compressing them and forcing them into their own box to defend and piling on the pressure, wave after wave after wave. I just feel like that's GakPOW's, you know, in being in there. I just feel like maybe something would have happened, and I think later on in the game, although we were still doing it and we was dominating more in the latter side of the game, it would have been better for a Nunez to come on then, and in the last, from like 60 minutes onward, to come on. But saying that, early on when Nunez because Nunez started, we did manage to play him behind a lot, and we got a lot of counter attacks because of him. I don't know. I mean, either way could have or may have worked. But for this game, I genuinely think I would probably start with GakPOW, because I think United in the second half, if it's 0-0 or 1-1 or something, I think they're going to come out and try and steal it a bit more. They're going to have to. I think they'll try and stay tight, stay composed, not concede early. Either they'll come out and roar us, or we'll roar them, one or the other. But one side is going to be under the cosh for the first 10, maybe 5-10 minutes. For them, it'll probably be 5 minutes, because they don't know how to pass the ball between all 11 of them. And for us, it'll probably be like, I don't know, 10-15 minute you know, just suffocating them, and then we calm down our play, and then we use more of the pitch a bit better, etc. So I just think GakPOW, and then bring on Nunez later on in the game, from 60 minutes, and that's where United will be a bit more tired, and I think they'd have to come out to like try and score to take the tie, to win the tie, and then I think we can expose that space in behind with Nunez coming on, a full strength Nunez coming on. So that's the only change I think I'd make. I think I'd start with GakPOW. Plus GakPOW's on form. He scored 2 goals. Should have got a hat trick. Should have probably got 4 or 5 goals in fairness. And I think there's enough speed with Salah and Diaz, left and right wing. So and then just GakPOW. Also the strength in the middle. GakPOW does show strength from time to time. Who's he going to be in there against? Mainu and Casemiro. Casemiro ain't got no legs these days, and Mainu's half the size of GakPOW. I'm not saying he's not as strong as GakPOW. GakPOW for his size and build actually isn't as strong as you would think. I think GakPOW is actually quite strong when he's running with the ball, when he has control of the ball, but off the ball, I think he needs to be more physical. He needs to get in the face of centre backs a lot more. 100%. I don't really understand what he's doing half the time. How tall is he? 6'1", 6'2", something like that. Come on, brother. Come on. Let's do better. So yeah, that moves us. Where does it move us to? Klopp's first 11 is my first 11. Prediction. Predictions. Score predictions. Do I think we're gonna win? I do think we're gonna win. Let's go with. These were the old scores. This is for the City game. In fact, I even changed it. Anyway, who cares? I will just do it quickly now. So I'm going to go with, for us, I'm going to go with 3. And for United, I'm going to leave that as a 1 for sure. Yep, I'm going to leave it as a 1, but I'm just going to change it to I just change it to a dirty yellow. How about that? A dirty yellow. So yeah, 3-1 I'd go for to Liverpool. Why can't I move that? There we go. It's fucking with my OCD. Messing up my OCD. Alright. 3-1 victory for us in the FA Cup against Manchester United. Hopefully the return game in the league is the same. I don't know. I think we can win both games. If we do lose a game, if we are going to lose a game, I hope it's this one. Hope. Yikes, that's awkward. Penalties. If this goes to penalties, I think we're fully capable of winning. Not sure how good their goalkeeper is at penalties, saving penalties. I know our goalkeeper's pretty decent himself. Kelleher. But yeah, I don't think it goes to penalty. I think we win, and even if it goes to extra time, I think we've got the better squad, more effective players, and I think with just Klopp's management, I think we'll win in 90 minutes. To be fair. Hopefully that'll be fantastic. My player of the match. Who's my player of the match gonna be? He's gonna bring out another big boy performance. Big Mac McAllister. Yes, he's gonna be the guy. It's gonna be the guy, guys. It's gonna be the guys. Awesome. But listen, that's the preview. Manchester United versus Liverpool, FA Cup. I've been Red Mist LFC Ninja, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Good night. Goodbye. Wherever you are in the world, take it easy. See you later. Bye bye.